Hey guys, so this video is going to be the start of my testimony, my life story from as far back as I can remember until now. So bear with me. I'm sorry the lighting's bad. And my husband's in the other room with the TV on, which drives me nuts. But so I have notes here. So I'm going to be looking at my notes. That I'm putting a lot into this. I'm writing it down, putting it together and things like that. I'm going to be doing this in short videos, probably like anywhere from like 5 to 10 minutes at the most, maybe. Um, so I really hope that my testimony, my story might be able to help somebody else or at least encourage somebody else. And remember, I'm really new at making videos, so I'm sorry they're bad and bad quality. So first I want to say that as far back as I can remember, I've always been really weird and different. I saw things other people didn't see. I heard things other people didn't hear. And I understood life differently than other people. I mean, that may be strange, but I don't know. I was always overwhelmed because I could actually I ended up knowing that I could really feel what other people were feeling. And sometimes that was overwhelming for me, especially as a child. So I think the word for it is empathy, empath. I don't know what you want to call it. I don't know if you want to call it a gift because sometimes it can be not too good. So I've just been learning to deal with that a lot. And I always wondered what was wrong with me. Why do I see these things? Why do I know these things? I could read people's mail. I could go up to someone and I could know that they were hurting. Sometimes I would, I would just know details of their life that no one knew. And it kind of freaked people out a little bit. Freaked me out because, when I was a child, I didn't know where it was coming from. Sorry, I skipped ahead a little bit. So I want to start with my earliest thoughts was when I was probably, I think maybe 3 years old. My dad and mom's house, our house was being built. And I went into my room and it wasn't finished yet. I still remember I guess the 2x4s or whatever framing it. And I saw this I don't know, this light. It was round. It was greenish in color. And it moved into my closet. And I remember following it into my closet. And the next thing I knew, I forget somebody walked in. And they actually took a picture of me standing in the closet with it not being, totally built. And at that point, I didn't see the green light anymore. So another instance of this was when I was probably, I'm going to say 4, maybe 4 or 5. I'm not sure exactly. But I had a babysitter named Janet, and she was really sick in the bathroom. And my little sister was in bed. She's 2.5 years younger than me. And so I was out in the living room, and I remember feeling very scared and upset because my babysitter was sick. She was throwing up and everything, and I could hear her crying in the bathroom. Some people cry when they throw up, I guess. So I was in the living room, and the green light came back, and it comforted me. I felt comfort from it. That's how I can explain it. So I looked at it for a while, and I heard this soft whisper saying, "Sweetheart, just lay down on the couch and go to sleep. Everything's fine. Your babysitter's fine." So I laid down and I went to sleep. And sorry, bear with me. And so that was like almost the last thing I remember in that house. My parents separated when I was about 5 years old. So um, I didn't live at that house very long. Although it's my dad and my youngest sister still live there. I have two sisters. And I always wondered sometimes if I'm experiencing these things because of the house or what. But you'll tell in my later videos that it kind of followed me everywhere. I do remember my mom getting really sick before they separated. She laid on the couch all the time, and I remember she had like tissues all around her. And she had this, like, those old tall Tupperware cups you drink out of, like a peach color or something. She had one and it was tea stained. She always drank a lot of tea, and she still does to this day, if Mommy you're watching. But I remember her being really sick then. I didn't know with what or why. I'll explain it later in the videos. So after that, I went to live at my grandparents' house. And I'll end this part of the testimony with that because I think I'm already past 6 minutes. But I just want to, I looked in the Bible to see if that ever happened, or, if anyone ever seen light and green things and things like that following them or showing up to them or appearing to them. And just because I always like to check out everything in the Bible first. So I want to go to Revelation 4:3. Okay, hold on, let me pull it up. Revelation 4:3. Oops, that's not the one I wanted. Come on, sorry. Thank you for being patient and watching my video if you're watching this. I just want to go to Bible Hub because of the different translations. So Revelation 4:3, New Living Translation. The one sitting on the throne was like brilliant as gemstones, like jasper, and I don't know this word, carnelian, and the glow of emerald circle, and the glow of an emerald circled his throne like a rainbow, and an emerald glow. That's kind of what I saw, a green glowing thing, and something spoke from it. And just so the King James Version, if you guys want to hear that, if you're King James only, and he that sat on the throne looked upon, but hold on. And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone. And there was a rainbow around them, round about the throne, and the sight like unto an emerald. So that's one verse. And then there is one in Ezekiel. If you guys want to go to Ezekiel with me and read this for yourself. Ezekiel 1:28. I'll just stick to the New Living Translation. All around him was a glowing halo, like a rainbow shining in the clouds on a rainy day. A glowing halo. Halos are usually round. I'm gonna look more into that because some of them say a rainbow or a bow. And there's also New Testament. If we want to go to New Testament, in Luke, you probably know where I'm going with this. Luke 24, verse 4. As they stood there puzzled, two men suddenly appeared to them clothed in dazzling robes. Some of them said gleamed like lightning. The NIV says gleamed like lightning. the KJV says, and it came to pass as they were much perplexed thereabout, behold, two men stood by them in shining garments. So I'm not sure what it was, but it was shining. So some people want to just automatically say, oh, you saw an orb, you saw a flash of light, Satan's disguise as the angel of light, and all this stuff. But it was comforting. It wasn't evil, and it didn't try to trick me in any way. Those two times. And so I'm not going to dismiss anything that wasn't of God, because I really needed comforting at that point. And I'm not sure why it showed itself or himself or herself when I was 3 in my closet. I'm not sure. But that's as far back as I can remember. I can't remember before then. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys, and I will make another video soon, okay? And start where I left off. And please like and subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it. At least have, like, I don't know, support me in my amateurism. Alright, bye guys.